Sigma.
Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a Sigma. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man Swoo.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man Swoo. Man
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Man Swoo.
Been a lot of swaz lately. I want to talk about swaz, eh?
You want to talk about swaz?
Yeah, there's been a lot of swaz lately.
So swaz for our listeners is, well, you explain what a swaz, because I always say swoo. You're a swaz man. I'm a swoo man.
Yeah, you're a swoo man. I'm a swaz man.
Mm.
And I give you swaz forecasts every now and again, don't I?
I love them. The swaz forecast is a special part of my day, actually.
It's around about 3 p.m. You know, you're nearly at the end of the day. You got those last few hours to go, and you're working hard, and then just out of nowhere, you'll get a looking like a 3 wipe arvo today.
2 to 3 foot and offshore to 3 wipe arvo.
The 3 wipe arvo. It's been a heavy day of meetings and walking.
Like when you finish shitting,
Yeah.
do you know how bad the wipes are going to be or how good? Can you just sort of get a sense or a feel?
Yeah, you get those ones every now and again that surprise you, eh? Like you've put the first wipe and you look and you wipe and it's like that had no effect. That was just a mudslide, you know? And
just pure shit on shit.
It's just like that first wipe has not improved things. In fact, it might have made it worse because it spread things around more.
Yeah,
you know.
I think there must be some sort of toilet paper conspiracy going on, eh? Because like so many third world countries, they just use a bucket and a bit of water, and they probably have the cleanest arseholes, whereas all we're doing is smearing shit particles over and over again until it just sort of comes right. But it's never right. It's never a handy, is it?
I mean, I've come to the wet wipe revolution, eh? Like the flushable wet wipe revolution.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's a treat.
You can never look back after that.
Yeah. Your wet wipes for good, are you?
Wet wipes are good.
Wet wipes are good.
But it has been swazzy lately. You know, like I'll get to 3 p.m. You know, and like the offices. Or either my office or the office I'm at, you know, or wherever I am, or if I'm walking out in the bush somewhere, you know, after a big day and building up that mildew, you know,
swampy.
It's just I can tell. Like I'm thinking by 2 p.m., like 1:30 p.m., I was thinking, here we go. It's going to be a heavy session in the toilet cubicle soon.
What I find interesting is you're getting swaz in the middle of winter.
Yeah, but I was meant to say, but it's because I wear more clothes in winter, and whether I'm in my home office or at the office or out and about, like in the bush, you know, it's like the heating's on,
right?
You know, it's the heaters are on, the fire's on,
yeah,
you know, like so. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, because I'm only getting swoo if I've like been to the gym or done some sort of physical activity, and then I'll have a shit, and it'll be a big old mess down there, eh? Big old mess. I'm actually interested. I'd love to see your shit one day, eh? Like, because it sounds like sometimes you tell me like I just did the most biggest, like so much, like the quantity. I'm really interested on how much poo comes out of your asshole.
Well, there was that 25. There was a legit 25-minuter the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I text you. I text you when I hit about the 18th minute. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I said like I'm here, and I'm at that around the 18th or 19th minute.
Yeah.
And like my legs are going numb, and it was just it was a night after I had ramen. And I'd had so much ramen, pork belly ramen.
Yeah.
You know, and it was hot, you know, and so
spicy and like probably a little bit, the quantity might have been a little bit overkill?
Oh, I was, yeah. Oh, the quantity of ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of like I'm having trouble walking
Yeah.
after that amount of ramen.
So you might have had it. You might have had the amount of ramen that 8 Indonesians would eat in one night, maybe.
I would say 25 25 refugees.
Yeah. Yeah, because I reckon the quantity, the size of your shits would be awesome. I reckon it'd be like thick and heavy. It's probably, I reckon you might do a fucking 4-pounders, like 4 or 5 pounders.
Well, look, when I eat well, I don't shit as much. But when I eat badly, it's all on for young and old.
It's on.
You know.
On. Hey, happy Matariki Day, my friend.
Matariki.
Now, I said that you said that you're going to grab a beer. I'm on the dry July, so I'm drinking alcohol free this month.
Ugh.
Which is, geez, I tell you what I figured out is I just really love the taste of beer, hey? Like, there's just something about the beer. I don't like the alcohol. I'm not really missing it. Like, I do miss the little buzz on that you get from 3 or 4 beers. Like, that's a nice little feeling. But I'm just really enjoying giving alcohol a break, and just the flavor of beer. It's just yum. And like Dylan Russ, because he's straight edge, like he always sends me pics of his 0% beers, and he still likes the taste of beer, and he just he likes to experiment with all the zeros out there, and that's what I've been doing this month. Been a good little boy so far. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
And yeah. What have you been up to today, mate? Your day off. I see you went for a bit of a quad bike mission with the daughter.
Yeah, I took Tuza on a quad bike park mission, and that was great.
Nice.
Yeah, nearly sued Burger King. We went and got a little Happy Meal at her Burger King, or the equivalent.
The quaddie?
No, after on their way home.
Imagine that drive through.
They were like mopping. They were mopping the floor when I walked in there. I was like, "Fuck, here we go."
Yeah.
Here we go. I know what's going to happen here. No matter how many times I tell Tui,
or we're closing or something, or what? Or
no. Like I just knew that. No
slidey.
matter how many times I told Tui not to run because the floor's wet, she's going to run.
Asked that.
And like I get her order for her. We turn around to go to the booth, and she just starts running, and over she goes. And all the girls came roaring out from behind the counter. It was quite.
She crying that she had her head on the
no.
Floor,
She managed to hold her little head up so she didn't hit her head, which
phew.
I was very glad about, because that would have been meltdown city.
Yeah.
And then we went out to the little McLean's Island quad bike park on this Matariki day.
At McLean's Island.
Yep, out of McLean's Island there. And we just cruised around a quad bike and out on the river for a couple of hours. It was pretty sick.
Those McLean's, they must be a big family, because we've got McLean's Park over here, which is just that big area in Blaketown. We've got McLean's Waste Pit, the landfill. There's just quite a few McLean's over here, hey?
What's Adam's last name?
It's McLean.
Why didn't he get any shares in that?
What, the pit and the dump? He can have some shares in the dump, eh?
Do you reckon Adam just owns all of it and he keeps it secret, huh?
He might do. So my day in Matariki, thanks for asking, it was quite nice. Had a big sleep in. Stayed up quite late watching WSL live. I was watching J Bay. Oh mate, I love competitive surfing, bodyboarding, all that stuff. So whenever there's a big profile comp on, I'll always tune in. I like watching the tactics. I'm a student of the game. Student of the game at 42. I'm a student of the game, still learning. So I fell asleep on the couch, woke back up, jumped into bed with Tess, and didn't roll out of the pit till about 10 a.m., which is
nice.
That's big for me. That's a good sleep, boss.
I slept until 9:30.
That's good.
Yeah.
After your mammoth Josh Cronfield chrono sleep, eh?
That was probably the worst one I've ever had. So for our listeners,
talk us through that afternoon when you finish.
For our listeners, life with chronic fatigue is sort of like you've got to Like, you know how your battery's iPhone health sort of slowly dies over the years, and like no matter how well you charge it, you know what I mean? Like how well you charge it, it still only lasts like 6 or 8 hours. It's basically how how I work at the moment, dealing with the chrono. And fuck, last night, man, you had a real big day. Started driving home at about 5:45. It's about a 25-minute drive home. And yeah, I was on fucking Garland's Road. Near the brewery there. You know, Garland's Road. And I was like, I need to pull over here. I need to shut my eyes, or I'm literally gonna
crash.
I'm literally gonna fucking fall asleep at the wheel. You know, it was crazy. Yeah, I've had that before, but not that badly. Where I was like, yeah, I was basically like drunk driving, because there's those statistics out there when people are that tired, you have the same reaction speed as a drunk driver. So I was like, yeah. So I pulled over for 5 minutes, shut my eyes, restarted the brain, and yeah. So yeah, it's not much fun to fucking live with, that's for sure.
No,
but yeah, it's always after those really mentally strenuous days too. Like, yeah. So it's not much fun, but had a huge chrono sleep when I got home. Woke up at like fucking 8:30. And I was up till about fucking 2. Yeah. Not that I choose it, but
no,
I did do a workout though. So me and Sophie are on Camp Raro. Fat Camp for Raro. Me and Sophie both in Fat Camp for Raro.
It's good.
We've had about 12 workouts, and we're trying to eat well. I've lost a 1.5 kilograms. So yeah.
Good job, Sonny.
We want to go to Raro, knowing that I've at least tried. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least giving it a good crack.
Good man. Yeah, so the rest of my day today was setting up the band, because we got asked to play for the little Matariki Council, Greymouth, little old Greymouth. Matariki down at we couldn't use the town square because there's parts of the town square that are getting like fixed up. It's actually a fucking schmozzle, the town square in Greymouth. Like, fuck, now it's a mess. But anyway, we played at Blaketown on the back of a truck. It was like shit. We were like howling southwest. We had to move the truck like 2 times.
I love those West Coast public things where you're just trying to make the best of it. Yeah. But it's like, if you get that real bad coast, like typical weather, it's like, it's okay, guys. We're all enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Fuck this, just go and get in front of the fire.
And they did. They actually had a big bonfire, which was cool. But yeah, fuck, it was miserable and cold. But hey, shout out to all the people that rocked up. I would have seen at least 100 people or more sort of milling around and floating through, people coming, people going. So
what songs did you play? What songs did you play?
Just our usual reggae vibes. Yeah.
Any of DDP's favorite?
No, who's DDP again?
Drekus Duplessis.
Yeah.
My wigger.
We're gonna obviously talk a lot.
We're gonna dive in. Sorry, team.
I don't know. Maybe not yet. Maybe we save UFC till the end. That way, people. It's going to be a big part of our show is UFC. But maybe we could just like hold it off for as long as possible, because I know there's probably a few crew that like, oh fuck, I don't even watch UFC. There's probably a lot of our listeners that do, which is great.
I feel like
I'll be looking forward to it, but I don't know. Maybe we save it.
Yeah, we'll save it. But I just feel like this is the perfect time to get into UFC, because you can watch a race war live and on pay-per-view.
It is a race war. Yeah, we'll touch on that.
I want to talk about it now, but yeah.
No, just wait. Well,
my live sports soiree watching last night was it was the Apex Legends Global Championships, which is live and in London right now. So all the 40 best Apex Legends teams have all gathered from around the world.
It's so qualified. That's
They all
so
gather
cool.
in the stadium, right?
Yeah.
And they've got about 1 million peeps that watch live.
Mm-hmm.
Top prize is only 300 grand.
Oh,
It was still
only.
pretty good,
Still
but
pretty good.
still pretty good. The last year was 1 million, I think.
Mm.
But I watched that pretty much all night. Yeah. So it's on tonight and finishes in a couple of days. Goes for like 4 days. These just nerds just sit there just fucking screaming at each other, eh?
Oh, funny. Hey, on this topic,
Yeah.
because I heard about a new streaming service. Have you heard about it?
Is it Kick or Rumble? I think it's Kick.
Yeah, it's called Kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're probably aware of this sort of thing, but I just thought it was so fascinating how I heard a top gamer, I can't remember his handle, but he just signed a 2-year deal, right?
Yeah.
You might know about this.
Who.
You might be able to flesh this out, but let me just break the news. 2-year deal on the new streaming, live gaming stream service called Kick.
Yeah.
And it was for over $100 million.
Yeah. XQC.
That's him. That's the one.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, man.
100 million for being a fucking geek playing games, man.
Oh man, it's amazing.
What
it's
a crazy
amazing.
world. It is so amazing. Like, honestly, if young Joel and Kilkelly and Rodamanu in 1988, when he got his first Amiga 500, if young Joel had known that he could have been a fucking super fat gamer making $100 million 4 or 5 years, oh mate, I would have just committed my whole life to video games. If I had known the future would have done that.
I mean, you and I have both been hardcore gaming nerds since our infancies, basically, right? But only the last, for me, I learned about streaming probably 10 years ago, and then, or like 15 years ago, maybe. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would I want to watch someone play games?
Yeah.
What a load of shit. Yeah. And then during COVID, when we were in lockdown, I discovered guys like Dr. Disrespect and Nick Merckx in there. When we were like addicted to Call of Duty, like Warzone, and fuck, like these guys, it's better than watching TV. It's so entertaining, it's just so entertaining. You can watch them for hours.
Explain it. Why do you like it?
I think it's like, it's just something epic to have on in the background, and then it's fun to watch other people. It's weird. Fun to watch other dudes have a good time like you do when you play with your mates as well. And I think like these guys, the top guys, they're really good entertainers. They're funny, so they're like, my favorite is Dr. Disrespect. Like he's the fucking funniest, like if anybody's ever watched him. And so that, like my brother-in-law, who's a lot younger than me, he when he was like in his early teens, he was showing me all the streamers, and I was like, "What the fuck's this? Like, why would I want to watch this?" And then, in COVID, I discovered how good it was. Do you know what I've done though? Because like YouTube and Twitch and all that, they've joined the wokerati, right? And so their shares are like just slowly but surely dropping, same as Disney and that, because they all joined the wokerati, and Heck, so Rumble, which is like a YouTube alternative, Rumble and Kick are both sort of alternative platforms. I've bought shares in them because they're super cheap at the moment.
And you think they'll bounce back? They'll naturally bounce back, right?
Well, I think that rather than bounce back, I think they'll just continue to grow as long as they make the right investments and get the right audience and pull people over, like TikTok. If you bought shares on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, like 10 years ago, you'd be creaming it if a while ago. But then now, you're going to lose money. You got to get in at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like it's that crystal bullshit. It's like, how's this business going to go? Is it going to flourish? Is it going to go crazy? I've never bought shares, not once in my life. I'm
an amateur. I just dabble and like I've got a few $1,000 just floating around in sharesies.
Cool.
And I just use what's called the Index 500, which is you split the few $1,000 across, you know, all of the top 500 companies in each region.
Right. So you don't put all your chips on one compo.
Nah. So like the index 500 is like your safest bet because the statistics shows over the last like 60, 70 years since they've recorded it, you're just going to make a slow profit. You know what I mean? And then there'll be dips because of like things like global recessions, but then like it'll always slowly grow. The only things that fuck it up are things like wars or global recessions. And so Ukraine's fucked up the indexes. And then I usually just like split like $1,000 across, just random things that I think might go well, and then just keep an eye on them. Yeah.
Like, speaking of war, it's probably wise to put shares into like one of the big one of the big machine manufacturers, like whatever the companies that fucking create machine guns, or you know.
Oh my god!
I like go down. I'm always wanting to have wars. Always.
The
military industrial complex.
I got to tell you, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, I was your typical normie, I reckon, and like didn't believe everything the media said, but definitely was like very left leaning, which I still socially I'm still very left leaning, but fuck, like I think listening to the boys and listening to and reading alternative articles that aren't mainstream media and some of the things that Joel uncovers for us and stuff, I'm just like, holy shit. Like, we have been swindled. Like, you know, it's just scary.
Well, welcome to the team, mate. Welcome to for you opening your eyes, because not everyone, people just sort of, well, the majority of the population, they just sort of, well, it's just been brainwashed from a very young age, you know. You think that whatever's going in the newspapers or on the news is the truth, you know. Why would they lie? It's just the news. The news is gospel. But as we get older and we have other sources of information, other means of finding out news articles and the truth, you realize, oh fuck, it's just a spin. Every country's got their own propaganda and their own spin, and it's just follow the fucking drones on TV. And then it's funny, like it's water cooler chats, you know, the coffee shop chats. Most people are all saying the same shit. Oh yeah, that bloody war in Ukraine, that Putin, he's terrible. He's terrible, that bloody Putin. He needs to. I'd kill that bastard if I saw him. I'd bloody knock his fucking lights.
Look, Putin's an asshole. Biden's an asshole. They're all assholes. That's you know, Putin's a horrible fucking gangster. That's all he is.
Definitely a gangster.
You know, and the US political system is not you know, just as bad. Anyway, how's the surf depress show, mate? How's the surf depress?
Oh man, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. There was only one window this week that you could have had a good surf, right? And that was Monday. I did go out for a surf on Sunday, which was really fun. But on Monday, I had to drive up north to deliver some piss for work. I wasn't supposed to go on Monday, but a customer was desperate, so loaded up the old fucking Outback and chucked some kegs and some crates in there. Went up north. And then that Monday was the only surfable day this week. Shout out Mikey. He said that he surfed, in his words, for 5 hours that day. I think it was a continuous surf. He might have come in for a top up, and then he went back out, but he said that he was out for 5 hours, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you, but I'm so depressed. Do you need to run down and grab another beer, mate? All
right. I'll let that one
settle.
Let that one settle.
But surf depress show is pretty bad. Just been gymming for my little wee, kicks of what's the words? The happy, is it dopamine that you get from, what's the high that you get from exercise? Is it dopamine?
It is a dopamine, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm on the dopamines, bro. But I wanted to go back to the shares thing just quickly, because did you hear about the Spark furore over that comment that they left on that social media post, and
Who?
so Spark, one of our big
Telcos.
telco.
Mhm.
They put this post. They just replied to someone's post about, it was to do with, I'm just paraphrasing, but it was to do with feminism. And they called out how we won't be supporting such and such. Like, they're basically just jumping in and following trends. But anyway, it's been a big uproar in New Zealand. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. And they've lost something like a couple of $100 million in shares. Like, people are just like off it. They're off Spark. Have a Google. You should see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting because you were talking about shares and I'm currently thinking, oh fuck, should I just jump on the bandwagon and change from Spark? But I don't even really give a fuck. But it's like,
What did they do? Were they anti?
well, I could I'll stay there and I'll just quickly have a look because it's all over the news.
So that's the thing, mate. You're a normie. You're watching the news. You're
No,
normo.
actually, it popped up on one of my alt
You're Greg Norman.
Instagram feeds, and they were like, just rubbing it in.
Hey, guess what? We bought today. That's blowing our minds.
Sure.
A
What'd you
Roomba,
buy?
a Roomba, one of the RoboVax. The ones that, like the drone that goes around your floor and probably records everything you says.
Right.
So we're like, Sophie's been losing it all day, like it's been mapping the house all day, and then
how fun.
It's fucking hard case.
Right, I found the thing. So Spark put a post on someone's. They replied to a post, and it says something like, "Yes, please, wholeheartedly co-sign." So they were agreeing with someone's post, right? And the post was from someone called Lal. Dear Threaders, can we agree that we won't tolerate TERFs on Threads? So you know what Threads is? Threads is the new Instagram thing. Do you know what Threads is?
Yeah. Can we talk about what a cuck he is for hanging out with that fuckwit Zuckerberg?
Yeah, we can totally. But you know what Threads is? Have you had a look in there?
Oh, I heard about it. I'm not interested.
Yeah. Anyway, so this person put this post up. Can we agree that we won't tolerate TERFs on Threads? Now, before I continue, do you know what a TERF is?
No, I don't know what TERF is.
Well, let me explain, because everyone needs to know this for the context of my discussion. So a TERF, this is the definition, is a feminist who excludes the rights of transgender women from their rights. So, you can see how that, could spark up a lot of debate between, all the freaky, deaky lefties. So you know what a TERF is, right? It's a feminist person who excludes trans women's rights. So Spark replied to
Love
this
everybody's
person.
got a label. It's just
I know,
insane.
it's fucked. So Spark agreed with this person's post saying, yes, we don't like TERFs either. And so that's what's happened is, like a lot of people in New Zealand are just like, fuck Spark. But stupid move from Spark. Why would they? Because it was Spark's Instagram account, and why would they jump in and say something like that? Like, a big business should just stay the fuck out of all that kind of nonsense.
Well, it was obviously like some intern or like some social media advisor that works in their office just was scrolling and then either didn't realize they were on the Spark Instagram or like they thought they would because they're so misguided, they thought it was a good idea to share a political identity politics opinion.
Basically just replied to someone's post, but it's like, that's the thing. Was it a dumb, I like to imagine them as like some hot chick who's working in social media, like is running the accounts. It's so sexist, but
hey, that's sexist, and you're using identity politics.
Yes.
I don't appreciate it,
and I'm blatantly doing it. I imagine some like 23-year-old just bombshell, like so ditzy, like, all right, guys, what's trending at the moment this week is such and such. But anyway, it could have been a fuck up from an intern just thinking that they'll just represent the whole company of Spark, or it was an actually like well thought out. Right, guys. This person's posted this thing, condemning TERFs. Let's jump in here, guys. Big board meeting. All the young 20 hot something people like, no, we need to support this person, and let's post it, go. I wonder what it was. I wonder what it was, eh? But what a monumental fuck up. They've lost, I think, millions of dollars, and
they'll bounce back from that. No, they've got the monopsony Spark do, so not the monopoly, but they've got what you call the monopsony. So there are the other competitors in the market, but because Spark is so dominant and they dictate the market, they're called a monopsony. Similar to the UFC, Joel.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yep. It was basically a duopoly for a long time, really, wasn't it? It was Telecom and Spark. Vodafone and Spark. It was just two biggies. But what was I going to say? I just had a thought then. Oh, I was thinking, I was going to just be a dick and just ring up Spark and be like, I heard that you guys don't like TERFs, so I want to cancel my account effective immediately. And just see what they say. Like, oh, no, please, no. Like, would they kiss ass, or would they be like, yeah, see you later?
Oh, I don't know. It'd just be some poor person working in a call center going, I don't want to deal with this shit. I just want to come here and earn my living wage and then do this shit and then fuck off. Like,
you know, it'd be fun if we did a prank call and that was it.
Yeah, we should. That would be good.
I should ring up Spark, and just do a quick little soundbite after this episode. I'll do one, like a. we could put it on our gram, the full video of me recording the chat.
We should try to scam someone like you got scammed during KMAX one.
Oh yeah, fuck! It was great timing.
What
about my landline? I've still got it. What am I doing? Why?
That'll cost you like I don't know, like $50 a month.
Not 50. Surely be only like 15. I don't know. I don't even answer it because I know it's just like fucking retards and scammers.
Just get rid of it, you fruit.
It's so stupid. Sometimes we answer it because me and Addison are like, oh, this will be fun. Let's put it on speaker. Hello, mister. This is Jonathan from Mumbai. We just doing a check on your internet. Could you please supply me your bank account details, your cell phone number,
social security?
Yeah. All right, Sonny.
Number.
That could be a fun idea. What else did I have? I wanted to talk about that in my show notes. Was the Kick streamer for a 2-year 100 mil contract? I thought that was crazy.
And you know what? It wasn't even exclusive, bro.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it wasn't even exclusive. So he can actually go and he could still stream on Twitch, YouTube, you name it, mate.
Fuck, mate.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, topic change.
I'm not huge on that guy though, because he's one of those peddlers of online gambling. So he'll just sit there
Who's that?
for hours on end playing like
QWC, whatever his name is.
Yeah, like he'll play like whatever popular online gambling game there is, and kids will just fucking lose it and get hold of mum's credit card and just smash it. You know,
that's not very ethical. No. He must get so much kickbacks and advertising.
Mate.
Up.
He was saying like that guy, the XQC guy, he was saying something like he clears about 10 million a month.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like Drake and all those guys. They say, I'll put 2 million on Izzy to win through, stake.com.
Yeah.
That's not his money. He just gets given the fucking money by the company.
Do you reckon?
Fuck
what do you mean? He'll have the money, like 2 million.
He'll have the money, but why would he use his own money when they're so desperate to promote it? They'll just give him all the credit that he needs.
See, I'm naive. I just assumed that he was just balling, and he is balling. I just thought he'd be chucking money on it, but he surely they wouldn't give him all the money.
Oh, you mate, like you getting remember like the Kim K effect, the Kim K. So like, if you wanted to run an Instagram sponsored ad on Kim Kardashian. She was the one that started it. You wanted to start a Kim Kardashian fucking Instagram ad for a product. I think it was 20 million minimum fee
nuts.
that she'd charge.
Well,
because
fair enough.
if she promoted that company,
if
she promoted that company, that one single post would probably make that company's fucking future, you know? And so, like same with Drake. If he endorses something,
I understand.
It's all on, mate. It's all on for young and old. Ah!
Now, did you know that my mum thinks that me and Kim Kardashian should be together because
you guys are Greek?
No. Well, yes, actually. But because she has the exact same birth date as me, down to the day and the month and the year. Me and Kim Kardashian are like spiritually connected. Okay.
That booty, right?
Oh my God.
Too much for you to handle, mate.
Nah, bro. I would
too much for you to handle. Nah, it's too much for you to handle, mate.
A deep sea dive down there for days, mate. I'd have a snorkel.
I reckon it'd be swazzy. Oh, it's the full nappy bum, eh? Because it's not. It's a fake one, right? It's a fake-o.
It is a fake.
It's the full nappy effect, right?
Sorry, no. Stop. What's a nappy effect?
Well, you know how when a baby has a nappy, right?
Yeah.
And like they've got their little legs, you know.
Oh, the proportion of the buttocks is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So they've got the little legs, stick legs, or like little just chubby. Little legs, chubby legs, or stick legs. You know, just or like
never seen a baby without chubby
not
legs.
Stick legs.
It's gonna say stick legs.
It's weird.
I'm trying to picture a baby with like skinny legs.
No, wait. How do I say it? But then a baby's wearing a full nappy, right? And like it's full of poos or wheeze, and it's hanging down, right? It's hanging down,
right?
So like Kim Kardashian's bum, because she's still got normal sized legs, but then this huge fake ass. It actually looks really weird. Whereas you get, you know.
I don't know. I quite like it. I like her bum. It looks like it would be a lot of fun.
I think it looks cartoonish, eh?
I reckon I could have a lot of fun down there. And she would know that me and her are the same, because she'd be like, Jolin, no one's ever touched me like you've touched me. And I'll be like, Kimmy, it's because we're soulmates, Kimmy.
Why are you turning into Ben McPake when you do that?
I don't know. Because maybe his girlfriend's called, his wife, his partner's called Kim.
Kimmy?
Kimmy.
Come here.
Okay, enough of
I'm
Kim
looking at her
Kardashian's
Instagram. I'm looking at her Instagram.
Does she look like me a little bit? Like just a female version of me? Same birth date?
Like absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Well, I share the same birthday as Kelly Slater.
No, you don't, because he's older than you. He's 51.
Yeah, but we're on the same date, dickhead.
I'm saying me and Kimmy are exactly the same.
11th February, mate. Me and Cal Slater.
Slatos. Fuck you.
He actually invited me to Cloud Break this winter, but I said, nah, I'm going to Raro. I'm going to Raro with Giles.
It'd be like, Jolin, how's Jolin going these days? That was a bad Kelly.
What are these?
Kelly,
what are these accents? They're making me want to just like not do the podcast anymore.
Do you want to hang up? You just hang up on me, yeah.
Just hang up, eh?
Just hang up. Okay, one last thing I want to show you.
Yeah.
Before we inevitably delve into some UFC.
Well, have we got any surf world news? Have you got any surf world news, mate?
Yeah, I just wanted to show you a really fun account to check out on the old Instagram.
Hey.
And it's related to surf. I'm just going to share my screen for the viewers. Have you seen this one? Foamworks. Have you seen Foamworks before?
What's this, mate?
Oh, it's just it's just a random. So check it out, people. It's called Foamworks. And it's just all old school bodyboarding ads from the 80s and 90s, bro. So all the old school ones. Love it. I love it. I froth on this because I read so many Riptides and ABBs and bodyboarding magazines when I was a kid, when I was a teen.
Oh man, I remember. Yeah,
Oh, that
How's
one.
that one? How's that
oh.
one that you got the guy doing the?
So I love this one. That one's iconic. That Dave Bella one. What one are you thinking about?
The top left one, the old mate dropping, but it's like he's like, I've
It's a
actually got a photo of me
full
doing something
layback.
very similar.
It's a full layback snap.
I'm going to find the photo of me doing something very similar.
Yeah, come on.
Well, in other surf-related news,
Yeah,
thanks, mate.
carry on, bud.
In other surf-related news,
Yeah.
Steve Fortune did a strike Mr. Raro and fucking scored so hard.
I did see that. Good fortune for Steve Fortune, some might say. He's shredding over there, bro. I don't know if he's shredding, but he's doing well with his surf forecasting.
That was a bit of a microaggression, wasn't it? Oh, well, I don't know if he's shredding.
No.
But...
Oh my god, I didn't mean like that at all. I just said I haven't seen any footage of him yet. But he does shred. We've seen footage,
actually,
but I haven't seen any footage of him yet in Raro. So that'll be cool to see. I hope he releases an edit.
Well, how sick was that fucking that video of him and old mate Laurent? Is it Lorenzo?
Laurent?
Yeah. He does that. He does that step off into that, and it went a little bit viral, didn't it?
That was sick. It was a deep bazzer. It was that first section, and then he pulled in. It just stretched out. It was a nice, deep little barrelini.
Made that first epic section. That was pretty sick.
It was cool.
I'll play that for the team.
Yeah,
now.
chuck that on. Good Fortune.
Where is it?
His nickname should be Good Fortune, or just Goody.
Yeah.
Steve, have you got any nicknames that are around the saying Good Fortune? Let us know. I'm sure someone should call you Goody, Good Boy, Good Fortune.
Those boys are killing it up there, man. I'm loving the content, loving what they're doing.
You mean the Bugs NZ handle on Instagram?
Yeah, and just that crew.
Yeah,
they're just
it's good.
It's
fucking
going hard.
That's positive, actually. I'm loving it. I'm loving that there's another media outlet out there showcasing some fucking Aotearoa shits, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. Get that boogie board out there, mate.
Get that boogie board on, man. Come on, mate.
Come on, mate.
Come on, man. Get that boogie board out there, man.
Fuck, I should have been going up to bloody surfing Westport, this week with all this big swell. Here he is. He's got a similar nose
the river
to me,
will be
hasn't
working,
he?
The river will be working.
Has Steve Fortune got a similar nose to me? Look at this nice little setup.
Yeah, you guys are a little bit Greeky, eh?
We're a bit Greeky. He's real Greeky. Look at that barrel he gets. It's lovely. Deep away. Oh, that next section just ran away. But
and do you know what? We've been cooking it on the coast for a while now.
Hey? Why? Without jet skis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just too bloody tight. Who wants to fork out bloody 10, 15K? I got bloody plywood to put up in the woodshed.
I think that might be my next fat dad fucking purchase, eh?
You've got a bit more disposable income than me. That'd be cool, bro. Do it.
I think that,
I'll give you
I'm
20
thinking
bucks
about it.
A pity. I'll give you 20 bucks a pity, okay?
Because I tell you what, when we bought the quad bike, that thing has just that, when we got the river quad bike, that thing just fucking made our surf mission so much more fun and just cash.
Are you using?
And then
who's got your quaddy? Is it Brooksy's?
That's I've got it. I took it out today.
Sorry. You did too. Oh, that was dumb.
Yeah, so those boys are fucking killing it. That's such a sick video. And then he did a strike mission. I was texting him, and he's like, "Mate, you just got to do a strike mission, Raro." Like,
can you? Yeah, good goal. Can you go back to that video? Can you bring it back up and we just pause it on his schnoz and let's have a little comparison? Could you? Because I'm hoping there's another bodyboarder out there in New Zealand who's got a schnoz like me. Big old fucking schnoz factor. Schnoz factor 10. Here we go. See, look, there. It's got a good profile on it. Love to see the side on Good Fortune's schnoz. But I look a little bit like him when I've got my beard shaved. A little bit.
You guys look a little bit similar.
Is he my long lost brother that I don't even know? Like maybe
Steve. I was going to say, just based on that photo, Mr. Fortune, are you punching?
Nah, mate, his missus is punching. I tell you, he's a babe, I reckon, because he looks just like me. Fucking strong features, big old schnoz, big chin.
I'm punching. I know I'm punching.
Oh,
I feel like I'm punching. I feel like Forto might be on the punch up too.
Who?
Fortune.
Forto.
Fortuna.
We love you, Steve. We're just pissed.
We love you, bro.
Out here.
We can't wait. We can't wait to come up.
We don't even really know you either. That's the fun part. Is like we're ripping on someone we haven't actually met properly.
I was just like, because he did that post of he did that post of his, the last post of his Raro mission. He put a photo of his missus. Like, whoa, whoa, hang on, mate.
He's a good-looking man. I don't know what you're tripping about, eh?
No, he is. He's got the long locks.
He's a babe,
he's got the long locks.
He's a babe.
Yeah, he's got the long locks, and he's got the fucking house set up.
She definitely looks like a babe, though. Rig,
yeah,
how rig?
You're punching, mate. Well done.
Fuck off. He's not punching. Yeah,
I think that's a compliment.
He's gonna laugh so hard when he listens to this part. He's like, we've focused a bit of time on good fortune.
Well, is he number one in New Zealand power rankings right now for bogging?
Yeah, he could be. He could be up there. I think he could be on the
pound for pound.
We were going to do this. We were going to do a pound for pound of rankings.
Pound?
Yeah. A PFP for NZB. Hey, PFP for NZB. Come on.
I like that.
I like that. And now, yeah, I think he's definitely up there for number one, top three at least. Fortune.
Yeah. Should we do this quickly? Because I was going to create a tier list.
Oh no, I almost want to prep. I don't want to do it on the spot.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay.
Should we go? Should we give it? Should we do a top 10 in our own time and then bring it to the meeting / podcast?
Yeah.
Now before we carry on, let's discern the eligibility or the criteria, shall we?
Okay. So we're setting this up because I kind of really want to do it, but we should
on the fly.
Well, maybe. No.
Oh,
nah.
I almost want to put some proper thought into it. What do you think? What's the criteria?
Well, you got to be living in New Zealand.
Cool. It's one. I reckon one would be. We'll go 1 for 1. I reckon one would be. There's got to be some sort of content element, you're visible. You can, because otherwise we'll just say old people that shred and that don't actually surf and don't actually put themselves out there. You know what I mean?
If there's a misto man out there that we know is real active, but
that's true. So you're saying, but that could be commed through word of mouth through through cruise. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so some sort of
so maybe activity in terms of
rather
how
than
active are they? Yeah.
Yes, I think that's better. Way better than just content. Your turn. What else do you think?
Is that about it, isn't it, mate?
Oh, really?
And general ripping?
Yeah. It has to be ripping. It has to be some sort of performance part to it,
Got a few people that are representing us out overseas at the moment. The horniest man in Bali currently representing.
Yeah. He's got to be at the top. I'd say McPake with his back-to-back Blaketown, champ wins and first ever three championship, at a regional level is pretty special.
It's pretty special.
Yeah. Probably
You know,
Michael.
Frankie's
Probably Michael Gaskell because he just like surfs more than anyone that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most wave count in New Zealand, I'd say.
probably the grumpiest though as well. So that takes him down about 17 pegs.
Well, that's the thing. You got to put it in the criteria, mate. Got to put it in the criteria.
Vibes. Yeah, vibes is a big one.
Oh, so okay, vibes, is it?
Vibes.
Vibes. Yeah, gotcha.
Vibes.
I don't know. I don't like that because like everyone has different opinions on vibes.
Everybody's got different vibes.
Everyone's got different vibes.
Like Tim Bumley, right? Surfs about once every 5 years.
Yep.
Bumways.
Yep.
But second in the Blaketown Challenge, and the vibes are high.
Vibes are high, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good shout.
You know? Jeez.
Yeah,
And we're in the quiet period where it's winter, where it's quiet. It's quiet.
And that's where the pound for pound NZBs really come out, don't they? Because they are committed. They keep going all through the darker, colder months.
Bit of darkness, my friend.
Jack
George out here.
Right, we're jumping into some UFC. We've been skirting.
Yeah, I gotta get a beer.
We've been skirting around the
Gotta
UFC.
get a beer.
Horny about
so
it.
much content.
Horny about it,
So much content, eh?
I'm horny about it,
Can we also just talk about? I'm just going to put this out there. It's going to be an unpopular opinion, okay?
Hey.
I feel like the horniest man in Bali got skunked in G-Land.
Yeah, it's hard to know, isn't it? Because like, what do you see? Because he's back on the other side now. Eh? He's not really.
I've had a few photos.
Yeah,
had some photos. Had some debriefs, and I just feel like, you know, he's got to face up to it and just know that it was a really big swell, but it didn't quite hit the reef right. Mega crowded, and he just didn't quite snavel that bomb. But it's all about the experience as well,
That's true.
But yeah,
I tend to agree. For me personally, if I'm going to Indo, I don't give a flying fuck about G-Land, bro.
Are you serious, bro?
Yep.
Speedies, mate. You want to get like a 10-second barrels through speedies?
Have you had one? Have you had one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got them.
So you've been to Indo what 14 times? Is it?
Yeah, by my last count, yep.
Is it 14?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was 15. No, it's 14.
You never lived there. You don't even know what you're on about, mate.
No, I've never
Did you even surf when you lived in Indo? Like you went there and just made boards and got depressed.
Yes, that's true. That is so true. But the G-Land, their wave doesn't entice me. One, because it's a left. Two, because it just looks racy as fuck. Like I don't want to just be like, I want a wave that's, you know, going to give you sections, yes, but not fucking, am I going to be behind this section? Oh, I better race, slow down, race, slow down, race, slow down. Yeah, you get some long barrels, but that just seems lame to me, eh? What do you think?
Oh, I think G-Land would be fucking sick. Just how fast you go. And like section after section, and it's not like a fluffy barrel. It's a proper top to bottom barrel. Like you watch some of those Indo waves where the barrels are like sort of, you know, fluffy and not that hollow, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'd rather surf chopes over G-Land any day. That kind of wave, more of a bodyboarding wave.
I'd rather surf chopes over G-Land too, probably, but you know. How's that skeleton fucking wave? Skeleton Bay wave.
Skeleton Bay's been cooking.
I'll find
Holy
that.
Crap. That old scallywags. Now that's a left-hander I could sink me bloody teeth into. How fucking square. How square does it get?
What's your dream wave in Indo? What's your favourite wave in Indo?
Probably one of the rights, to be honest. Something. Oh, actually, Greenbush. As a left, Greenbush would be more my go. You know, Greenbush?
Yeah, Greenbush, yeah.
And then just
that's
around
psycho.
And then I'm pretty sure just around the corner is Nia's. So you know, Nia's that throaty right hand that's not like it's not super long.
Yeah, I don't know about Nia's because it pinches at the end.
Oh, not when it's big and heavy, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it does. Some waves do, you're right.
I'm my
you?
dream is probably HTs, like
Lan-
all-time HTs.
Lance is
Where you-
right. Lance
get
is fucking. Vance
where
is
you get
right.
that chip in, you get that chip in, and then it doubles up on the reef like that, and it just looks like the most psycho square barrel. Like when it's proper, it looks pretty average when it's not like doing its proper thing. If it's not like 6 foot, yeah,
Have you heard of Vance's lefts?
yeah, that looks so shit.
Vance's lefts. Vance Leach. Vance
Oh,
Leach's
Vance
lefts.
is less.
Yeah,
Vance's.
Vance Leach from Kororo.
Nah.
Yeah, we named a wave after him out the front in Kororo's left-handed story.
Vance is less.
I just made that up. But there was a kid. There was a kid growing up where we were in Grommets and Kororo. Shout out boys who know I'm talking about. They'll know. A few listeners. Oh, Vance Leach.
Oh, Vance, hey.
He was just one of the many bodyboarders, part of the different crews. Kororo was cool.
Oh, Vance, hey.
He got bullied, eh? Pretty bad. He got pretty bullied.
How's that admission by you, eh? He got pretty bullied, eh?
He's pretty bullified, eh?
He got pretty bullied, eh?
He got Uncle Bullied, eh? Oh, no. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Oh, he got Uncle bullied, eh?
Oh, you can't say that. You can't.
He
say
got
that.
Uncle bullied,
No,
eh?
you can't say it. You can't. It's not good. Not good. It's silly. What are you doing on your computer? Are you trying to?
I'm trying to find that drop me shot of me.
I've been like just getting random stories about Vance Leach. Hurry up, mate.
I'm trying to find this thing. There it is.
Oh,
Here it is.
I forgot what it even was. Oh, what was it? Some footage. Oh, Skellies. That's right. Scallywag Bay.
What are we doing? Oh, I can't find that.
God. It's the snap that you're. Oh, that's right. Your snap. I remember that.
Yeah.
Cool. You landed that, eh?
Fuck no. How's that? I'm literally like 25 kgs lighter.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is that shot's literally from, I think that was a 2003 or 4 shot.
Yeah, man.
That's 20 years old, that photo.
Young. Oh my
Brooksy
God.
took that.
Crazy. 20 years old, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Bogtail. That's cool, mate.
Yeah. It's just quite
cool.
This is an old pro photo of a very similar thing. That's what I used to do. I used to like speed pump and then just like do the most fucking haggard mid-face bog, like rail bogs, thinking I was ripping, eh?
Yeah, that's how you start, though. That's how you get like the emotions of things. You gotta bog mini rails, mate. Got to bog those rails to unbog
them rails. Mine.
Right, you bringing something else up on your computer?
No, I can't find that. I can't find that thing.
Well, look me in the eyes, mate, when I'm talking to you. Jesus, you're disrespecting me. Stop looking at your screen.
I'm just trying to find this post, mate.
Oh, so you are looking for something.
Yeah, I am trying to find that post. I'm not ignoring you.
Okay.
I've been focusing on not
cool story,
doing that,
bro.
because
Cool
I get
story.
distracted on double screen.
Cool
It's a
story,
it's a high level media center up here, mate.
You're running a fucking big old tech ship.
I had Parfit over here for UFC 290 last weekend, and like had a box of tissues and buffalo wings. I said, "You want to have some wings? Do you want to have a wank? Fucking beers, vape? I've got it all here, mate. We've got UFC, mate. Got the UFC. We've got tissues. You want to have a wank, mate?
Do not wank after the hot wings. That would be a poor decision.
Like we got stuck in the hot wings. We were sweating. We were both sitting up here sweating. I had to turn the heater off. Like got sweaty, mate.
And what a UFC card it was, my friend. Fuck. How did Parfit take it? Did he go get a beer? Pause and go get a beer.
I'll text request one from Sophie. Continue, please.
That's nice. That's nice. So yeah, what a card to have your buddy round. That was fucking.
Oh mate, I wish I had a whole crew to watch it with.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That was one of the best cards I've seen in my life. It was special. It was a special bunch of fights. I felt a lot of early finishes, a lot of gritty, long dog fights, and then a masterclass as well. A couple of masterclasses. One a specific masterclass, but where do we start?
I think we should start with Robbie Lawler.
Oh yes, of course. Round that out.
So that was just pretty fucking cool, the whole thing. And like all week, people have been saying like the UFC sends its legends out in a real shit way all the time.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva, Frankie Edgar, like Frankie Edgar was disgusting. Like, okay, so they put him up against one of the hardest hitters in the division at Madison Square Garden, and he got knocked the fuck out
in front of his kids.
In front of his kids.
Bad.
What do they do? They're just assholes. And so I think they must have realized people are like really hating that.
Yeah.
So they gave
Robbie the full service.
They gave him a winnable fight, still a dangerous fight, but a winnable fight. And then they did that sick
video montage,
post fight interview video. And that, I mean, Robbie Lawler was way before our time of fandom, but it was still pretty sick. And the guy's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, never met the guy. Don't know him.
And so I think we go to Dan Hooker now, mate, because who gives a shit about Bo Nickel? Like, he knocked out a no-name. Yeah, it's like, whatever. Yeah.
I know.
Fucking waste of time that was.
That was a waste of time. Nice to see that he can throw a few sharp strikes, though. He was looking pretty sharp. And here's the beer delivery for Mr. Swaz man himself. Beer delivery. Mr. Swaz.
The Swaz man.
The Swaz man. Yeah, Dan. So let's just jump into the Dan Hooker fight. Holy fuck! In round one, I was thinking, Jalen is fucking fast. As I knew he was fast, but I was just like, noticeably a little bit faster than Mr. Hangman Hooker. So I was a little bit worried for him in that first round. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Hookman. So I thought he looked a little bit rusty, I thought, Dan, because every time he went to throw a leg kick, he'd sort of like open his guard a little bit. And every time he did that, Jalen would counter him real fast.
Yeah.
But then right at the end of the first round, if you go back, because I've watched that fight like 4 or 5 times now, told you I'd feast on it. Right at the end of the first round, Dan actually finds his range on the dude and fucking wobbles him. And the commentators didn't notice it. No one did, or Dan did. But he wobbled him real bad. And I thought, okay, he's like looking a bit better.
Right.
And so then round two he comes out and he's looking okay, isn't he? He was looking all right, you know?
Yeah, he was being a bit more aggressive, I felt, in round two.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, unbeknownst to us, he's got a fucking broken arm in round two as well, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Whereabouts in the fight do you see where it happened? Was it blocking a kick? Was it blocking something?
Have you watched any of his interviews or podcasts?
I've watched a couple, but he hasn't he hasn't fully told me exactly what punch did it.
Nah, he couldn't. He reckons it was from blocking a kick. So like,
that's what I thought maybe.
Yeah, old mate like kicked him in the forearm in end of round one or start of round two, and that's when it started. He said it started to go numb, and then that's how fucking tough the guy is. He's such a fucking. He's just like there's not many people around like him. Like old mate's got a broken arm, it's going numb. He's like, I'm still going to throw it. You know, he's fucking psycho.
And what happened is, he just started turning it on. I think, obviously he ate that fucking head kick. Let's talk about that.
He should have been knocked out. He should have
been stretched out. Fuck me. And the sound it made, I've watched it a couple of times, and it's like, like the loudest audible. It's so sickening, the noise it makes. And then Hooker just proceeds to get in close and then sort of hug it out to try and clear his head a little bit, hug it out. And Jalen's like, nah, fuck off. I'm going to smash you now. And then he just sort of stays together, like gets fucking put under fire again. And he just starts throwing it and just giving all the dog, all the grit, just starts coming back, throwing fucking crazy combos. Woo.
I don't know. Now I won't share the video of it. Fuck it. But that was like, when he ate a head kick, I was like, oh fuck. I remember thinking, fuck, he's going to get dropped here.
Yep.
Because but when he clinched him and he seemed to have got his marbles back, it was funny. He said in one of the interviews, he was like, Oscar Willis, the Mac Life guy, asked him, he's like, what did it feel like when you ate that head kick? And he goes, well, the room did a 360 and then Jalen turned into 3 people. So I thought, I'll punch the guy on the left.
Yeah, good stuff.
He's so fucking funny, man, you know?
Oh, man.
And then, yeah. And, then, and so he clinched him and he started getting, you could tell he's like, fuck this, you know? And then he got his feet back under him and he just cracked him with like, what, 45 seconds to go in the round. Wobbled him, and then he just turned on one of those epic Dan Hooker blitzes against the cage, like, and he had him, at the end of round 2 with the choke, and then
he had
round
him.
3,
I reckon another 5 seconds he would have been tapped.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah,
either that. Yeah.
Well,
it was over.
It was over. That was crazy comeback.
It was over.
Jalen at the end, everyone was, and you could see it. Jalen was still wobbled when he came out in round 3. He was like on fucking baby deer legs a little bit, just like, whoa, a little bit wobbly.
And as soon as he came out, he ate that real big shot, hey. It's like, oh, here we go.
Jalen would have been thinking, what the fuck? This Kiwi's crazy.
He would have been thinking that, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yes, exactly.
He's fucking, that would actually, imagine that you're in a fight with a dude, right?
Yeah.
You've hit him with your best shots. You're like, why are you still here? Can't, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know. And so
amazing.
Anyway, I know that just to wrap that up, but just the way that Dan does the post, I'm going to buy that T-shirt. Engage just released that Dan Hooker T-shirt, and it's like
just a scratch, or whatever it is.
Yeah, just a scratch with the X-rays, and then it says hard times hit, something about hard times hit, but not Dan Hooker. Like, he said that in the post-fight interview.
Yeah.
And then anyway, there's a video like where he breaks down the fight, and everybody's like, why isn't he standing him up? Because he knocked him down.
Yeah.
And then he just like sort of stayed in his guard and worked away at him for the last couple of minutes. So he said, when I was ground and pounding him, and you can actually see it in the video he does with Oscar Willis, he throws the right hand, and then when he throws the right hand, you can see it just go limp, like the arm.
Yeah.
And that's when he realizes, he's like, fuck, my arm's broken. He goes, it went completely numb. And he's like, oh, fuck, my arm's properly broke. So that's why he just stayed in the guard, because everybody's like, why isn't he standing him up to finish him?
Because he was injured as fuck.
He's actually lucky he kept him on the ground, because probably wouldn't have been able to defend himself very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
So that was
crazy.
That was just legendary, man.
And his fucking hair was all ink blood.
Rick Flair.
Yeah, I know. I saw that comparison. That was hilarious. Yeah, and then so we had the Brandon Moreno fight, didn't we? Yeah. After that,
I mean, it was cool, but it was sick.
You didn't like it?
No, the fight was sick, but I just don't care.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I do care about that division because Kai's in it, but and I do quite like a few of the characters. I like Brendan Moreno. I like him. But yeah, I know what you mean. That division. It's the little boys. Little fellas.
When Kai Kara fights, I'm like, hell yeah, but
it's the wee lads.
It's the wee lads.
It's the wee
I reckon
lads.
You might be a little flyweight, eh?
Oh, fuck off. No way.
That's Pakey, mate. That suggested we should do a sparring video.
Yeah. That'd be good. He can film it.
Oh, that'd be good. That would be good. We should do that. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We should do it. Yeah, so that was a sick fight, but yeah. Nah.
I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was.
I want to talk about DDP and fucking Rob.
Sorry, that was the next fight, wasn't it?
No, that was actually the one before Brandon.
Yeah,
that was the fight straight up.
Sorry, yeah, I fucked that up.
So actually, why don't we just do Volko first? Because the meaty one is DDP and Rob, right?
Well, it's the most, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we do So Volko
Volk.
was just a masterclass, wasn't it?
Absolute masterclass. Yep.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Just prepared perfectly. Moreno, lots of wrestling, ground and pound, takedowns, just timing, switch stances, different angles, amazing counters. Beautiful.
Yeah. That's about it, really, isn't it? Like, there's not much left to.
It's just exciting to think about where he's going to go, though. You know, 'cause he's pretty much indicated he's going upper class once he has his surgery and heals and comes back out of rehab. He's gonna.
Yeah.
He thinks he's probably. I don't know. One more fight in that division just to say, now I'm done, boys. Now I'm done. See you later.
I can't wait for that Islam fight again, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably going to come next, isn't it?
So good. So good.
I reckon. Why don't they give the champs like someone like a 2 or a 3 in the next division up, not straight to the fucking top. Let them test it out. You know, like when champions from one divisions go up a division, they always just throw them straight to the best person, like either the champ or
Yeah, but you got to think it's because they get pay-per-view points.
Yeah.
So it's all about. It's not just about the competition, but it's about the money as well.
I know, but I still think people would tune in if a champ's, fighting.
But you could get fucked up too. Like it's like a huge risk if you fight someone in the top 5 from those divisions. You could still get fucked up, and then there's no point at all.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Yep.
You know what I
mean?
Yeah.
So you done with Volk? You got not much else to say about?
I haven't got much else, man. It was just a masterclass. The guy's a fucking goat, isn't he?
I love him as well. He speaks well. He's a bit of a buffhead, but I like him. He's really likable.
Yeah. But that's why he's actually I'm saying this to Parfit. That's why he's so fucking good, man, because he's actually just got that psycho rugby league mentality that very few people have got. The guy played the guy played in the front row in league, and he's only like 5'6", and he played like NRL reserve grade league.
Yeah,
and fucking he was 200 pounds, and he was tackling guys twice his size. He's just an absolute dog, like just an absolute fucking hound, mate. Like the guy's got a mindset that's just so psychotic, so competitive that you can just tell that's why he's so good. So nothing surprising me with him, eh?
He's amazing. Absolutely.
He only lost that Makachev fight because he fucked around a little bit in those couple of rounds where like he should have tried to get up
instead of talking
shit. Yeah, and he knows it too.
He might have got a bit cocky,
Yeah, he got a bit cocky. Still sick. That was such a sick fight, but yeah. So I've got an interesting take with DDP and Izzy and
Wow, he didn't fight Izzy. Let's just don't bring Izzy in yet. Let's give Robert Whittaker the credit he's due in going over this fight because wow. I was really surprised with I think Rob said himself that he just wasn't really feeling it. Hey,
did he?
Yeah, I saw in one of the interviews. He was like, he apologized. He thanked his friends and family and his coaches, and he was like, what did he say exactly? It was something along the lines of, I didn't turn up tonight, or I wasn't there that night. He sort of admitted that he wasn't a hundy mentally, maybe. But yeah, fuck, crazy.
I felt so bad for him, man.
Did you?
Oh, I love him. He's such a good dude.
Yeah, I know you love him. I'm not a huge. I like the guy, but I'm not a huge Whittaker.
Oh, real?
Dick sucker, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's all right. Sucker. He's all right.
Dick sucker. I don't know. He's just a good dude, and he's kind of like Volko. He's just got a crazy mindset, and he's had those insane fights over the years. Especially those ones with Yoel Romero, or it made him a legend. But those Yoel Romero fights, especially the second one, were just so brutal. Like, it was just like how he survived that and then won was kind of like holy shit, man.
But
just a tough mozzie.
DDP, has just got the craziest awkward fucking styles. You see his shoulders are up real high, They're like, hey, he sort of does this little weird sort of thing. It's so odd.
Yeah, he looks fucking goofy, man.
But fuck, how strong does the cunt look,
He
looks like he's on steroids, bro. Like he looks jacked as fuck.
I think the top guys, including Izzy, like all the top guys are on the good shit. They just got the good doctors to help them get by all the shit.
Because they'll just be making different iterations of the drug and that's just to hide the testing agencies. Just get one step ahead of them and just have a different type of drug masqueraded or something. Because fuck, DDP looked just crazy big. Muscles were popping out.
He was way bigger than Rob.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
So Izzy's fought got a million guys like this DDP. I think that Izzy might get cracked a couple of times by him, but I think that he'll fucking fuck him up. But anyway,
so.
Can we come?
I think so.
Can we before we come to that fight? Can we talk about? The post, the face off.
Yeah, we have to talk about this because this is.
Right.
I want to hear your opinions on it and how. Because obviously before you start, because obviously when it first happened, you'll have some immediate reactions, but I'm sure that over a few days, you're a little bit. You've settled your emotions. How do you feel?
So I was like. I remember thinking...
Initial reaction. What's your initial?
Initial reaction was like, that was horrible. That was fucking awful.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then, should we just play it? Because some of our audience might not have heard it.
True. We wouldn't get copyrighted because it's only a short clip.
It's only a short clip.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sharing it now.
Okay.
I
don't even want to watch it. It's like
it's that bad. It's bad.
It's so bad, dude. I hated it. It's
fucking bad.
I hated it. Hey, I was just like,
I wanted to ring Izzy and be like, can I, as a person that works in Māoridom and deals with colonization issues. I can't tell you what it's like to be an African, but I can tell you what it's like to be a half caste. And I can, you got to control your emotions and not go to a certain level.
Yeah.
I was so fucking disappointed. Like, anyway, sharing screen.
As was I.
Yeah.
Last bit was good, but he dropped the N bomb about six or seven times. And it was just so gross. I was just like, is this the worst face off I've ever seen? Like,
it was, mate. It was awful.
And I agree with Dana. Like, I don't like them. He shouldn't allow them. I think after that one, he should come down. I reckon he should, because it just ruins the moment for the person who's won the fight. Like, give that person their respect, their due, just to fucking lap it up with no other. Like that, I feel sorry for DDP, to be honest. I was like, I felt so sorry for him that Izzy went in there and just wrecked his moment, basically.
Yeah. So here's where like I find it hard, right? Because first of all, he should never have been in the cage. They should have just kept Izzy on the sidelines, like doing that death stare. That was sick.
Yeah.
Okay. But so here's my take on the whole situation.
Okay.
DDP, I think it was in his first, you can go back, in his first UFC or second UFC fight, he wins the fight. And in the post-fight interview, he goes, I'm going to be the first real African champion.
Yeah. I remember that.
And I remember seeing that and going, oh, what the fuck? Like, that's fucked up.
That's shots fired, eh?
That's like blowing the dog whistle where only Like only the fucking racists will, you know what I mean? Like the hardcore white nationalists will really like take into that, right?
Yeah.
And then in the next few interviews, he tried to tone it down. He was like, "Oh no, I'm the African person who resides in Africa. I train in Africa. I'll take the belt back to Africa." So he tried to tone it down, right?
Yeah.
And then so Izzy. So naturally, it's made Izzy really fucking angry, okay? Because his a dude that ended up living in Africa because of colonization is saying that he's more African than dudes that don't live in Africa but are African by blood. We're all African by blood if you go back fucking enough millennia, you know.
True.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So the way, so it's made, I think what's happened to Izzy, and then Izzy has gone. So when he feels racially offended, it's made him so angry that he feels righteous enough to be racist towards him and use really ugly language like calling the guy a cracker and a N-bomb to him, right? Because it's made him so angry. So he feels justified in using that sort of language and stuff. But what it's done is it's actually brought him down to, it's actually brought him to a level below what DDP said. Okay. So people think less of Izzy because he's let his anger actually control him. And so DDP actually, even though DDP, in my opinion, has blown the racist dog whistle, like race baiting by saying, I'm the real African, but because he stayed calm and used that like more moderate language, he comes out looking better. So it's given the Izzy haters a really good option, like excuse to go, oh, you're a fucking asshole. And then Izzy doesn't actually have a leg to stand on either, because before he fought Rob for the first time, he said, I'm the real Kiwi. You're not even a real Maori.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice recall there, son. Nice recall.
And I remember seeing that and thinking, that's a fucked up thing to say, you know? And so Izzy, I love him. I absolutely love him. But I understand why he feels justifiably angry, because I don't condone the shit that DDP said, because I think it's race baiting. But what's happened is because DDP's done it, you know what gaslighting is, right? You wind someone up so much that they start to act crazy. I think he's done such a masterclass in winding up Izzy that he's made Izzy look so much fucking worse, because Izzy let his anger control his reactions.
Yeah, and he might have had a few beers or a few nose beers. He might have been
nose beers,
Yeah, he might have been having a bit nosy.
Nose beers. So for me, I'll never hate Izzy, but also, and these guys are fighters. They're going to say horrible shit all the time. So, but I'm just really disappointed that he's always talking about in his interviews, like, I don't react, I respond, you know, and and I took that on as a bit of a mantra as well. And to see that reaction and how he took himself so much far below a level of class than what DDP did, I was just really disappointed. But I do understand it as well. Like, I understand the anger, but it doesn't justify calling someone a fucking cracker or an N-bomb 20 times over in Cage, you know, on TV. Like, I bet his parents were so fucked off.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah. I bet his parents were so pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, bro, on all of what you've said just then about the Izzy DDP thing. But tell you what, bloody sell a few pay-per-views when they fight. It's going to get a lot of bloody views on that fight.
It's good. It's making me uncomfortable, and like watching all the commentators and podcasts, they talk about it, and I just cringe at everything because I feel like they're so misinformed. Because it's the same with Māoridom. Like when people, like some fucking retard at a national party meeting going, I don't like how fucking a school has now got another word next to it, calling it a kura. I don't know what a kura is. I don't understand that. Well, what do you think a fucking kura is, you dumb cunt? If it says school in English next to it and fucking kura there, what do you think it means, you silly fuck? We're a multilingual country, you fucking old cunt.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love it.
You know what I
Nice.
mean?
Yeah.
That shit makes me so fucking angry because, like, I don't really rate, single word name government entity names, right? For government departments, like DHB was always called DHB. So now it's Te Whatu Ora. Hey, cool name. But why can't we just, because we're a dual language country, we're a 3-language country, Māori, English, and sign language. Why can't we just have the 2 names? Great. So then if you want to identify with the Māori language, use that. If you want to identify with the English language, use that.
They should
fucking,
Yeah, I get you.
So that shit makes me so fucking angry because it's like, come on.
Oh yeah, there's people out there in different generations that will never change.
What's a kura?
Oh, that was great. That was a good rant. That was a good rant.
Matariki. Furore is red. Kakariki green.
Ma is white, is it?
Ma is white. Matariki.
Feta is red.
We've been doing that song at work all week in that old school Kiwi accent.
Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Cool.
Is that a good rant?
That's a great rant. I love that. That was good.
It's like, what does that mean? Fucking old cunt.
Well, you'd smash someone like that, eh? You'd smash them.
I'd slap them. I wouldn't, because as an old man, I'd slap him.
Yeah, a little backhand.
Like, what do you think it means? Fuck face. What do you think it means? Like, would it just be a completely different word?
Here's a question for you. Have you ever been punched in the face by an old man?
No.
I've got a great story, but that's probably going to have to be for Patreon.
I went on my rant. You can give me your old man face punch rant. I feel like I feel like you're exhausted after that rant I just went on.
Yeah, you got me. You got me good. It was draining.
Was it a good rant though?
I loved it. I actually really loved it.
What did you like about it?
The impersonations and the and just the extreme level of intensity you had there for a second. For about 20 seconds. It was great. No, I've been punched in the face by an old man. It wasn't funny at the time, I tell you. It wasn't funny at the time. It was horrible. Came out of nowhere too. It wasn't.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
I feel bad for you too because your nose is not punchable. Like I reckon, like getting punched on your angly, like ridgy nose would hurt so much. Like my nose is made for getting punched. Broad,
squishy,
squishy. Yeah. Your nose, like that, looked like it would hurt.
It would be, that's a broken knuckle or something. Right, but yeah, I won't talk about it because it was kind of gross. It was kind of ugly, yucky. Oh. Yeah, it's just like it's awkward situation.
When did it happen?
Oh, like 2 years ago or something. 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, it was only recent.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I know. I reckon I'll do a full expose on a Patreon FA. But just for the listeners out there, I have been punched in the face by an old man out of the blue, and it's hilarious thinking about it now, looking back. Should we wrap things up? Should we wrap things up and play some Apex? I'm keen. I reckon this has been a good little potty. Probably done an hour and a half or so, I'd say. What say you, savage?
Well, anyway,
savage?
I know I exhausted you with that rant, but I've been wanting to get that out.
It was good
for a while now.
Loved it. I hated. My take on the Izzy thing once again. I thought it was gross. Cringy as fuck. He's gone down a few steps in my ladder. I know you said you still love him. I love him a little less. That's my thing. I love him a little less.
I'd have to agree. To be honest, like, when you get to a level of fame, I think You do change a little bit. Look at Conor McGregor. He used to be the coolest, funniest dude in the world, and now, like, I'd love to see that fucker get knocked out. You know,
Yeah, he's changed a lot.
douchebag.
He's changed
Rich
a lot.
douchebag.
He has
you know.
changed. Sometimes money doesn't make people better, eh? It makes them worse.
Yeah. Like, you got all people pumping you up just every 5 seconds, saying you're the man.
Yeah,
You're invincible.
yeah.
Your shit don't stink, and you're never wrong.
He'd get a lot of that, eh?
Yeah,
and he probably
So
he probably perpetuates it too. He probably is one of those guys that will just say "fuck you," then I'm out. And if you disagree with him,
could be.
he might just move on. Say, "See you later," then.
I think CKB keeps him pretty humble though, in a way too. They won't put up with. I think that like Eugene wouldn't put up with shit from him.
No
Like
way.
if he goes the full Conor McGregor route, they'd kick him out of the gym. I reckon.
Oh, they would fully.
They wouldn't fuck around there. Yeah,
That's right.
they just got those good Kiwi humble values. You know what I mean?
You're good to get one of those boys into a fight with Conor, eh? CKB versus Conor. What weight class? Who would fit in?
Dan versus Conor.
Dan, eh? It would be Hooker,
And
eh?
they were making that. They were actually making that call a couple of years ago after the Poirier fight.
Yeah.
Like Dan versus Conor, but Dan versus Conor would be sick.
That'd be such a good fight.
It'd be so good.
Who do you think wins?
Dan.
Ooh.
Damn.
I'd go Conor.
The Conor McGregor from 2016 would have destroyed anyone.
Yeah, no, but hey.
God
I just
mode Conor McGregor.
I just want Conor to get a win, mate. Hurry up and fight and get a win. Beat someone.
Nah, I hope he just keeps losing. He can go home and count his money afterwards and just keep fucking getting punched in the face. Go home and count your money, you fucking loser. Boom. Right in the face. Beat that, you fuck. And this is coming from the guy that I loved him. We used to watch all those Conor fights. I loved him. But
That's
like
so
the sexual assault allegations, the fucking the way he treats people.
A lot of those sexual allegations are from chicks trying to get a quick buck from him too.
I know.
Definitely those.
He's not a good dude.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know the guy. I haven't met him.
You can tell, but yeah. No, you're right. You can't judge him too much, but yeah, you can't judge him too much.
Right, I really need to pee, man. I'm going to piss my pants. Let's wrap it up. Thanks to everyone for listening and watching us. Two little Fu Man swoomans. Fu Man swoomans. That's us. Any parting words?
Manawatia Matariki, is that the saying?
Something like that. Go outside and look at the stars if you can. I can't because it's fucking raining. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Manawatia Matariki.
Manawatia.
Manawatia.